This 26 Sports and CCTV High School Volleyball presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, back for the second set here between Big Rapids and Reed City. Big Rapids took the first set, and it is 1-0. Big Rapids in set number 2. You are watching girls volleyball on 26 Sports and CCTV.
All right, there's a nice serve from Dakota Young, their setter. Senior for Big Rapids. She'll be serving again.
All right, back to the action here. Van Eck to Stork, and Big Rapids keeps it alive on a good save. There's a push to the back row. In the middle now, Grace White will send it way back to the corner. Stork over to Rushford, and that one is blocked, but out of bounds, so a good point for the Coyotes.
Good play by both teams there.
All right. Nice serve into the background now. Grace White. Stork over to Horst. Horst, a little bit long.
Way to be aggressive though on that hit.
Yeah,
I like to see it when they want to hit hard.
So it is 3-1. Big Rapids with the lead here in set number 2. Back to serve is Ayana Owens. And almost all of the Big Rapids players have a jump serve. This one is, it almost hurt Megan Borst on the serve.
Yes. That was a nice serve. It was right down the line, almost to the back corner.
Karen, is it a little bit strange to see this many girls doing jump serves? Or is that more and more of a common thing?
I think it's more and more of a common thing. I think girls are trying to jump serve earlier and earlier nowadays. So it's actually one of my expectations. So, not to say that a regular serve it's not bad.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if you can place your serve, that's
the key thing, is getting it in, like you were saying.
Right.
But if you can get a little bit of a jump serve too with that top spin.
it just makes it a little bit more.
Nice strike there by Borst.
Yes. Yeah, your serves just become a little bit more intimidating when you can jump serve. So.
That's going to force Coach Chelsea Nelson with the timeout. It is 5-2. Big Rapids with the lead. Our, like I said, over in McBain tonight, Jay Simons is covering the McBain Ramblers, and that's actually their district championship tonight here in District 62. That'll be tomorrow night on Friday at 7. We've also, during the course of tonight, we'll get you up to date on the other side of the bracket with 63, which is Kingsley and Sheboygan, and then 64, Menominee and Houghton. So there's some teams that are playing tonight, trying to get to the final 4, which would be the regionals next week. Alyssa Olds now serving for the Coyotes. Young to White, and White with a great cut shot.
She's been an all-around player tonight.
White will go back to the serve now. That is Grace White, number 8. And Grace is a senior.
Definitely leading the team, that's for sure.
Watch this serve. Wow. Hits the net, and it just goes out.
It was just
I thought that might have touched there for a second.
It was very close.
Line judge Dave Ehlers. Is that Ehlers?
Yep, Erler. Nice.
There's another really good serve. High up into the rafters, in the middle for Megan Borst. Borst puts it into the net. But because of the serve, they're not able to get the set right to the net.
Yes, it's thrown their first pass off just a hair.
This time it's a deep serve, and that'll fall in.
Jordan trying to get underneath that. Hair They're short.
And Big Rapids is up 9-2 here in set number 2.
I still like watching Megan Boyce try to hit that ball over, though.
Yeah.
Being aggressive.
This time she switches up to the other sideline, Karen. That was a very effective.
Yep.
And timeout for Coach Don Patterson for Reed City, as Grace White is kind of controlling. And one nice thing she's doing, she's putting it to both sides of the court.
Yep, she can play all areas.
And when you can serve and move it around, the defense really can't get ready for that same old serve coming over.
Yep.
All right. Wexford-Missaukee ISD Digital Media Productions, they're providing students with hands-on experience by partnering with MyNews26 and CCTV to learn about directing, broadcasting, and all aspects of digital productions. Thanks again to the ISD and all those involved in this cooperative adventure. We're back to action now with Grace White, the senior, continuing her excellent serving. And as soon as we say that, never fails.
Doesn't tonight, it seems like.
But the timeout worked for Coach Patterson.
Yep,
that broke the string.
And she did hit it into the net. So
now it is 10-3, and Jordan Stork.
Another good jump server.
She floats this one way back to the back row. Having to hustle there is Young. And look at that shot, just a little long.
Yeah, she almost hit that back line, but
she put a ton of top spin on that one.
That's right. And Dakota Young knew to go to Grace White, her senior, who seems to be leading it tonight. So that's a good placement by the setter.
Stork up to Young. They're going to go this time to Michaela Cleaver, but she put that one in the net. And Coach Nelson was just saying, try and get on top of that shot a little bit.
Yeah, the ball was a little bit too far behind her head.
This time, Stork puts it into the net, so that ends their streak. It is 11-5. Big Rapids with the lead here in set number 2. That was a pretty good serve, and it gets them a kill. That was, who was that? Number 6. I don't think we called her name. Leah McGinnis, the junior.
That's a nice serve.
Blocked and then kept alive. This one has to go over. Grace White with some good top spin.
Yep.
She's the real deal out there.
Yep, they know to get it to her too.
And she's been effective whether it's back row or front row.
Yes.
Nice tough serve. Boris, this one's got to go over. Alyssa Olds does a good job. They're going to set it up. This time tipped, saved. Borst over to Alyssa. Alyssa Olds. Here's a back row attack.
Again,
a little bit long.
Yeah. But they got it back to Grace White again.
13-6. Big Rapids with the lead.
Number 12 is coming in for Big Rapids, and I'm not sure what her name is. We don't have it on our list, so.
Megan Borst, long serve, way out. Reed City's a little bit rattled compared to last night, Karen. They seem to be in control pretty much against Manistee.
Right. You know, and if they can get their passing down, keep it in front of them, and get it up to their setter, they'll be right in this game again. Like, that was a great pass from Megan Borst.
Tipped over by Rushford, and they're going to get a point out of it.
Yeah. Just short enough to make it effective.
Sydney Rushford, that's one of the first times we've called her name. Last night she was very active, had a lot of points, a lot of kills. Rushford now with the serve. Not a good first pass. Cross court. Megan Borst drops it in over the head of Michaela Cleaver. Sometimes those misplays or broken plays are pretty hard on the defense.
Yeah, it's effective.
Yes. Rushford. That one was close.
It was.
It's got to go over right here.
Oh.
It stays out of the rafters, but it goes long. It's wide.
Out of bounds.
14-9. Reed City is making a little run here. Good serve to the back row. Nice pass. Young for number 16. That's Owens. chipped over the net. This time, Young tried to change things up a little bit. Tipped at the net and dug another point.
Grace White tried to recover that.
Who was that on the hit? Oh, that was number 9, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to
Sydney Rushford.
Sydney Rushford, okay. And Obermeyer is serving. Young with the set to Owens. Blocked by Reed City. Here's a short one. Good job there by Obermeyer, and then they save it.
Yeah, they're good at keeping the ball in the court. That's great.
That one never made it over the net.
I don't think so either. I almost think Reed City might have been in the net on one of those plays, but it wasn't called. The refs didn't. So we'll see later.
Yeah, I think the ball just was way low. That one hits the net.
Oh,
and
they almost had it recovered, but nice serve.
Timeout by Coach Chelsea Brown, or Chelsea Nelson. It is 14-12 as Reed City is clawing their way back into this game. And the combination of Obermeyer serving and Rushford up at the net is pretty effective.
Yeah, it is working right now for them.
They haven't been able to get the ball to Grace White in a little bit here. So.
No, yep, they've got to get through another rotation, and she'll be in the front row. You know, Reed City, or I'm sorry, excuse me, Big Rapids seems to be playing right now with a little bit of nerves. So they can get that shaken off. I think that they'll
you know,
continue with
after
their lead,
that timeout, when Grace Young was on the run and Reed City got it back, it's like momentum just like a switch. It just totally changed.
Yep. And now I would say Big Rapids' goal is to get the ball in the court and try to make the smart plays. Get the ball back.
So Young, Owens, and Cleaver are up front for Big Rapids. See if they can stop Obermeyer. Obermeyer does get it in, just like you talked about, and an ace.
So,
good call on that one, Karen.
You know, this one's hard because Dakota's in the front row. Dakota's in the front row, so Big Rapids only has 2 hitters right now.
Obermeyer back to Grace. Now out wide. Nice up for Van Eck. Madeline Moore with the shot. Grace White from the back row. Good pass to Stork. Rushford. There's another good pass. Number 4 with the long hit. That's Michaela Cleaver. Tied it up, Karen. 14-14.
Grace White has some nice passes, but just not able to kill the ball.
White will put it out wide for Cleaver. Good dig there by Stork. Now to Mora. Mora back row. Good dive by Grace White. And Young will get it over the net. Tipped it over. Owens once again hits it long.
Out of bounds. They just need to get it in the court. They've been trying. Reed City keeps digging it up, so it's not like they're not getting in the court.
Do you know, has Big Rapids called, I think they've called both timeouts, right?
I think so, yes.
This one has got to go over. It's, oh, what a play, but it's out of bounds. 16-14 with Reed City now in the lead.
Reed City's not letting anything drop.
That one was pushed over the net twice by the setters. That one is in the net. And the bleeding continues.
A double contact by Dakota there.
Obermeyer is at 17 now. I think that she took over when it was 14-6.
They just need a side out right now.
She keeps it in bounds. Young, back set to White, and she puts it down, and that stops the long streak.
Yes. We'll see what happens right now with Big Rapids, if it keeps going to Grace White or not.
Well, she's up now on the front.
Yep, Dakota Young is still up front too. They're setters, so they only have the 2 hitters, but
you only need one when
right, I'm expecting Grace is going to...
There's a line shot off Megan Borst, and Alyssa Olds will get it back over.
Nice pass.
Young, she finds Grace, and that one's a little long.
Just needs to keep the ball in front of her a little bit more, and that would have hit the back line.
What about that first hit by Megan Borst on that hard serve to save it? She's rubbing her arm on that one. Took one for the team, as we say.
That's right.
Number 5, that's Kiera Barker for Reed City. Soft serve, that one's in the net on the pass, but a good tip over by Young. Stork pushes it back corner. This time Owens, I think she put it in.
Yeah, she got that in. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought she hit that back corner as well.
Good job by Sharon Lucy right away, signaling she needed help on that.
Right. She thought it was in, but she was not 100% positive.
Yep. They're working well together as a team, this referee crew. Barker up to Stork. Reset here for Big Rapids. White pushes it down for the point.
I do really like Michaela Cleaver's pass. She really watches the ball into her arms, keeps the ball in front of her. She's got a really nice first pass. Gets it right to the center.
Megan Borst to Rushford. She gets it over the net, but that's a double hit. Now we're tied up at 18.
Yeah. And
a timeout for Coach Don Patterson. That'll give us a little breather here to get our crew named. We have 3 cameras here tonight in Cadillac. Rain Johnson-Hill is down on the floor on camera 3. I know he said he was really looking forward to that. Jacob Fulis up to our right, and Kaylee Buck to our left, with Dakota Pike in the van as our director tonight, and Karen Owens and Bill Dooley bringing you the action here from Cadillac. And kind of a tale of two cities. The first game went exclusively to Big Rapids, but Reed City has found their groove.
They have. They're doing a great job getting nice passes to Stork, and the hitters are hitting the ball hard, and they're finding the open court, and that's what it takes. And
And the serving by Obermeyer, like that long stretch she had, she was just getting them in bounds. They were nothing spectacular, but in play.
That's right.
So Young for Big Rapids with the serve. A little bit of a missed pass, but good job by Jordan Stark. And then a kill. What number is that, Karen?
Number 8.
Leah McGinnis, number 6, the junior, with the kill.
She just got a piece of it. Hit it right down the line.
Here's a set to Van Eck. Van Eck puts it back row. Young is going to look at Owens. Stork over to Rushford. Cross court, nice dig. Bumped over. At the net, a good play. Everybody stayed out of the net. Owens will put it tipped at the net. Stork out to Rushford. Here's a big swing. In the middle to White. Look at this.
Teams are being aggressive. That's what it takes. That's what Districts is all about.
White's going to push him back corner right where it has to be. Sometimes it's not a big thundering spike. It's a well-placed, what do you call that? Is that a tip or a push?
I call it a push.
Okay.
Yeah, a tip is more with your fingertips.
Okay. There's a serve to Rushford. Stork gets it back to Alyssa Olds. Olds. Young. White, she's going to try that push again.
Yep.
Rushford with a good hit. 4 with the kill. That was McGinnis now, so she's got into the action with some nice play.
Yeah. Megan Hurst trying to pop it up.
21-18, Big Rapids. They float a nice serve deep. This one's going to have to scramble. Good job by Rushford. Touches the rafters, but they get it over. Borst to Stork. In the middle of Van Eck. And right there with the block is White.
Way to read where that set was going to go by White.
I like how she extended her arms on the angle over the net there. Good form. It's 22-18. Big Rapids now with a 4-point lead. This is going to be a free ball if it goes over. Here's a set coming up to Owens. Nice swing.
Grace went up with that too. She had an approach, so it threw the defense off guard.
Yeah, they were keying on White, and that time Owens got on top of it with a good hit.
Yeah. Hit it right down. Okay.
All right. Grace White back to Borst. Rushford with the tip, and it's going to fall in.
Yeah, Grace White got another block on that.
24-18.
Yes.
Game point here for Big Rapids.
Dakota's had a long winning or serving streak as well.
There's a beautiful serve. Stork is going to put it up in the middle. That was Rushford. They keep their hopes alive. It's 24-19.
Yes. Way to go cross court on that hit. Found the open court. Tooled it off of White's hands there.
Sydney Rushford with the serve. Young back set to Owens. She puts it right down the line, and that'll finish it off at 25-19. So now Big Rapids takes set number 2, and they're up 2-0. You are watching girls high school volleyball semifinal action on 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be right back with the third set action here from Cadillac.